Alliance, and on behalf of the Black Student Alliance Executive Board and other allies in the community and MSU neighborhood, I am coming to let you know that racism on campus is real. 2011 doesn't mean that racism doesn't exist, but in fact that this university needs to work harder to combat it. Right here we have a packet that you all should have of 10 documented racially charged incidents that have happened on campus since this semester has begun. At this point, we have 2 incidents that have happened specifically to my executive board who have been actively combating racism across campus. We do not feel safe here at this university. This university needs to take initiative to make sure that they are addressing these concerns so that things like this will not happen as often. We spoke about having dialogues and engaging with the community. Black Student Alliance and students were the leaders of that. I know we gave honor to Dr. Granberry Russell, but yes, she was not at any of the dialogues that we were at. OCATS, which is the Office of Cultural and Academic Transition, is the office that's cultivating these leaders across campus. Black Student Alliance, MRUL, Res Life, these students have been actively affecting the community and engaging in dialogues. And out of those dialogues came several initiatives and policies, one of which is to have a freestanding multicultural center. This has been something that historically students have asked for, and it's about time that we start making that happen. We're looking here at all these million-dollar projects, but what about our university being a multicultural university? We talk a lot about the international or intercultural pillar. We talk about this being a diverse and culturally competent university. But if things like this are happening, we need some kind of avenue and building that we can go to for a cultural haven. The Multicultural Center currently is in the basement of the Union in the corner. You can go visit if you want to. It is not effective if you look at other universities and the work that they do as it relates to multiculturalism. We are million miles behind that. So we need to step up. Students have been asking for it. IH courses can go into the Multicultural Center. If we have a freestanding one, we can have ISS students going in there, seeing artwork, learning about cultures, and that will help the cultural climate here at the university because we are not doing enough to engage students. We just talk a lot about diversity. We put it on our website. We put it on letters, but let's talk about making change for real, and let's be at these meetings with these students that are giving the ideas. IQ. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Shayna Simpson, and as a Black woman, a student, and an intercultural aide, I was deeply disturbed to find the words, quote, "nigger aid with AIDS" on the door of my dorm last week, which can be viewed as Exhibit G in your packets. This happened directly after I involved myself with the Black Student Alliance as an executive board member in our efforts to combat racism and promote social equality on this campus. And I am personally shocked that on a campus that is supposed to be interculturally inclusive, that I would be targeted. This comes in a day and age where racism is no longer supposed to be an issue, and yet just last week these events occurred. These events are not new experiences for me, which is more shocking still. Last semester in Rather Hall, my Black Caucus Executive Board was threatened by a floor mate of mine who threatened to gather a white power rally and visit my executive board members. Over the course of the next several months, I was also intimidated through the use of several racial slurs. During that time, the only persons to whom I could turn were my own intercultural aides. So as both a student and a participant, I can personally attest to the benefits that students receive from the intercultural aides and their cultural initiatives and interventions that take place in the halls. However, the effectiveness of these students' efforts is being challenged by the fact that there are over 200 students for every one intercultural aide in the residence halls. There is an unjustifiable disparity in the number of resident mentors versus that of intercultural aides, and that is a problem worth addressing. I believe that the support I received as a student that affirmed my belief that I am not defined by the racial slurs that people assign me is something that every student needs for their well-being on this campus. So I ask you, would you opt to deny the next student the support that I received that we need and is necessary due to the fact that students can and obviously have, as you see in your packets, suffer the emotionally devastating effects of racial intimidation on this campus. Thank you.